Hey guys, how are you? I'm a couple of minutes late. I do apologize for that. How are you? Y'all excuse me. Today I have been going around with this little cough. It started yesterday. Well, 2 days. It's been like 2 days. I think it's sinus drainage. I think it's a sinus drainage. I don't think it's a cold or anything, but it is whatever it is, it has wiped me out. Just been tired all day today. Still had a couple of errands to do. Did them and came home and I was supposed to do this. I had first of all, let me tell y'all what happened to me. Friday, I had this thing where I wanted some Chipotle, so I had a DoorDash. Well, it was a Grubhub me a burrito with the two tortillas because I've been doing fasting and I've been doing good. So I treated myself to some tortillas with rice and double chicken, because I'm fasting. So that was my one big meal. And I'm sitting at work waiting for it. And the guy come and I sit there with the bag and take the picture and open up the bag and it's a rice bowl. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's somebody named Clarissa. And now that I think about it, the man, he did say Clarissa. He said Clarissa. I'm like, yeah, because I think he's trying to say my name. He couldn't say my name. Hey, Thrive. I send nothing but love your way. Um, I know we haven't seen each other since last year, but I shared a couple of posts of yours, and I did say Happy New Year to you. I think in one of the posts. I'm sorry, but Happy New Year, beautiful. I know your year is already blasting off, and I know you're having a great 2026 already. So I'm sitting there and I'm ready to eat my burrito. Okay, I'm ready to eat my burrito, and I opened it up and it's a rice bowl, and I was so livid and so mad. So I called them like, "Hey, you got the wrong order," thinking I'm catching him in time to bring it back, and he's already gone. And they're like, "Well, all I can do is reimburse you for your money." So I had to try the rice bowl. So I'm eating the rice bowl. I'm like, wait a minute, this is kind of tasty. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of good. So I ate the rice bowl nonetheless, and I liked it. Okay, and so now since I ate the rice bowl, I decided I can make this at home. So I went and got some ingredients today, and I'm gonna make it probably later on this evening because I gotta take my hair down and wash it and do my hair and all that stuff. And then I'm gonna attempt to make the rice bowl. But it's gonna be a big pan because I'm gonna make it for the whole week, so I can eat that one meal when I get home from work. And then but when I got home, I forgot the sweet peas. I'm like, do I got some sweet peas? So I saw some vegetable medley that I had with some sweet peas. I'm like, okay, we're gonna use that. So y'all, I'm gonna do what you call that a knockoff Chipotle bowl this week. That's what I'm because had my order been right, I would have never known that I like the rice bowl. So yeah, I'm eating the rice bowl all week. Excuse my raspiness. I don't know if my sinus is draining, but something is going on. Anywho, I'm super excited to get into this topic tonight, guys. I just made up in my mind because I know I've covered this topic at least twice. I just made up in my mind that as women, we need to be checking in with each other annually, periodically. Um, phone. Let me tell you something. The reason why my notifications is up because I missed my husband's video call this morning and it doggone near devastated me. Even though we've been chatting throughout the day, still. I missed his video call because I was asleep. He called me 5 o'clock in the morning. Hello. Hey, how you doing? Scorp, I sent nothing but love your way. But you deserve it. Yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning. Excuse me. And I was knocked out. And when I seen he called, I was like, because the network and the signal can be so tricky over there. But he's made his business to reach out to me throughout the day. He's not feeling well himself, so I didn't really push him. But I hate I missed that call. Joe, you decided to join in today. Yeah. Well, Joe, man, I say this all the time. God has put some beautiful women in my life. Inspirational women that I just, strive to be. And I know, Joe, you will be like, "What? You don't even know me." Your demeanor and your humility and how you carry yourself on social media, is so appropriate. It's so godlike. And I know sometimes I can get a little bit worldly. You know what I'm saying? I get a little bit emotional. But you always seem to keep your temperance, and so I can appreciate that. So this tonight we're talking about women's mental health, and I'm not gonna hold you long because I gotta take my hair down and I got a lot of stuff to do this evening, and I don't plan on being on here all night, holding y'all all night. But I feel like it is really important, especially in 2026, guys. You know, this is the year where we're going to be manifesting a whole lot. That a lot is going to be taking place. And this is where we do the elbow grease, we do the work to be our best version. This is the year, right? And what we do this year is going to really set us up for 2027, okay? But I feel that this year I'm going to be doing a check-in, a mental awareness check-in with our princesses, with our queens. Okay, you said I keep my temp to cussing. Okay, we know. Scorpio, you ain't got to tell us. We already know. We already know, Scorp. Okay. But I feel like we need to be checking in with one another just to make sure that we are okay. And the reason why I'm even doing this check-in is because I seen two videos on TikTok where one was a mother. She was dealing with a child that was on the spectrum, and he just was out of control. And she just had a moment of where she just couldn't take it, and she didn't know what to do, and she just was sobbing online. He had put some stuff in a blender and poured it all over the floor, and just stuff was everywhere. She said he had been kicked out of several daycares, and she just didn't know what to do anymore. And she went into this spiel about saying how, make sure this is what you want when you having children. Make sure you vet who you lay down with to see if they have any trace that maybe your genes shouldn't collide, which I think is very smart. And we need to be asking these questions when you get ready to lay down with somebody. Hey, do you have a family history of mental illness? These are questions that we need to be asking now. And I know people gonna say, Queen, it ain't that deep. When you are in a moment of heat and lust, you understand what I'm saying? You need to be asking these type of questions. And it ain't that you don't love your child, or you feeling some kind of way about we're not biased against special need individuals. We're not. You know what I'm saying? But you need to be asking these questions, because are you prepared to deal with a child that's on the spectrum? Let me tell you something. As an educator who have dealt and taught multiple children with special needs, it is not for the weak at heart. When you're just trying to get them to sit down so that you can share information with them and the rest of the class, and they refuse to sit down. They are climbing all over the furniture. They are throwing stuff at you. They are fighting you. They are having the most horrible breakdown and meltdown that is so intrusive that's going to take you 20 minutes to get them back to where they are actually listening to you. And by that time, instructional time is over. Imagine having that every day, 24 hours a day in your own home. I couldn't imagine it. Just as an education, I know at 3:30, you know what I'm saying, it'll be over. At 3:30, they go back to their families. But you got to think about, as a mother, so you have to understand, are you equipped for that possibility? Because when you're having children, honey, it's a roll of the gamble. You're gambling. You don't know. We don't know if the child's gonna come out with Down syndrome. You don't know if it's gonna come out with special needs. You just don't know. So are you prepared? So when you laying down with these individuals, know that it's a possibility that you're gonna get pregnant if you ain't using protection. And even then, honey, sometimes things slip up. You understand what I'm saying? So she was just overwhelmed. And I was just looking at this mother like, and she said she don't have nobody, you know what I'm saying? And, the father's not necessarily being 100% helpful, and so she just was overwhelmed. And then there was another young lady that was on YouTube, and she left a letter to her subscribers, to her not YouTube, she was on TikTok, saying, I'm out of here, you know what I'm saying? I can't take life no more. And people was in the chat like, no, you got so much to live for. When I tell you, as women, and I want to slow down because I'm very invested in this topic. As women, we are emotional creatures innately. Some of us can hold our stuff together, and some of us just can't. The stuff that women go through, men wouldn't be able to go through if they try. And this is no dig against the men. You know what I'm saying? But we carry the bulk of stress naturally. You know what I'm saying? Because we internalize it, and we address it emotionally, and we try to fix the situation. We try to figure out where do we fall in a situation. That's a lot of thinking and a lot of observation, and we internalize. And sometimes we feel like we're the reason why things are happening in our relationships, in our marriages, in our homes, in our kids' life, on our job. We internalize those things, and it can affect you mentally. Y'all bear with me because my sciences is draining. Um, and so that's a lot on the mental. So I'm doing a check-in with us sisters, like, are we okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? If you're not, reach out to me so I can take out time and make myself accessible and minister to you. And just if you just want somebody to talk to, my address, my email is CLAYLING, the number 27 at gmail.com. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. You understand what I'm saying? Because somebody needs to listen to ear. When I come along, it wasn't no queen of queen. It wasn't nobody that you can talk to. The reason why I am so transparent, I share things about my life, is because I want another woman or a young girl to be able to identify, say, you know what, I'm going through that too. If she can make it, I can make it. Or I can show you how to navigate through some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we, as women, we carry a lot of mental baggage, a lot of mental weight through life, and we just keep trucking along. And sometimes our husbands, they don't know what we're going through mentally, because we don't want to sound totally loony and crazy. You understand what I'm saying? You said I already talked to you today. You did. You understand what I'm saying? We don't want to share necessarily. Now, we will become emotional, you know what I'm saying, but we don't want to really share, because people are judgmental when you go to talking about this is going on in my mind today, because they'll be like, what's wrong with her? Or they'll start looking at you different, as if they're not going through the same thing. Because women, we do this thing where we want to put on a mask and be strong in front of each other. We put on a show for each other, but we don't like to share that vulnerability. Hey, Vanessa, I said nothing but love your way, sweetie, because you deserve it. You understand what I'm saying? Um, but I just want to check in with you guys and say, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Life can be heavy sometimes. Life can be heavy sometimes. You know, and us trying to navigate through it, sometimes it runs us through the ringer. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. And the whole time you're not. You're going through turmoil in your mind. You know what I'm saying? You may be going through in your marriage, and you just don't know how to articulate it to another person or another woman, because you don't know if you can trust them. You don't know if they're going to be talking about you behind your back. You don't know if they're going to be sharing your business. You know what I'm saying? But you're going through so much, or you don't know how to deal with your child. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what resources he may need something. You know something wrong with him, but you just don't know what to do, and you don't want to share it with other women, because you don't want them to say, "Oh, she a bad mother," or you know what I'm saying? Oh, we have these things we have this thing of we worry about what other people think about us, so we won't share when we're going through something mental with each other. But what I'm saying is this: I'm doing a mental check-in with you guys today. Are we okay? Last couple of weeks, I was going through a thing, because I was missing my husband so tremendously, and it was so stable. I was just sad all the time, and I was telling him, I just been sad. I don't know what we need to do. I just been sad, but luckily it's getting a little bit better over there, so it's starting to look promising. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can be able to go see him soon. But I just was sad. Even my boss, she pulled me in the other day, and she was like, I just want to make sure you're okay, because I guess it was being reflected in the classroom, and that's something that I don't ever want to happen. I always want to carry myself as a professional. You know what I'm saying? But we have to talk about mental awareness. Sometimes we can display it unaware and don't know that we're displaying it. You know what I'm saying? But mental wellness for women is attached to our emotions and how we respond to others. And so we have to be very careful with that. You should have somebody in your life that you can talk to. And if you say, Queen, I don't got nobody, guess what? You can talk to me. I'm gonna put my email in my chat. And if anybody feel like they need a confidant, you can reach out to me. I'm not gonna tell your secrets, honey. When I say I'm a loyal individual, I'm a loyal individual. You never have to worry about your secrets getting out with me. Let me see. When I tell y'all my sinuses has got me going, but I'm gonna push through. I'm going to push through because I really want to talk about this today. Um, okay, okay, hold on, y'all. When I'm like this, when I'm like this, y'all, any the little slightest thing, I be tired. You understand? I don't know. It's because I'm getting close to 50. I don't know. But let me tell y'all, I digress. Today I had to take two bags of groceries, 2 4 pans, and a bag of hair up this, because in the house and in the elevator, somebody was moving, and so the elevator was locked up. I had to walk up 6 flights of stairs, doggone near, thought I was gonna pass out. You understand what I'm saying? But I pushed through, and I'm going to use that as a metaphor. Sometimes in life we're carrying everything with the kitchen sink, and it's like, how much can life put on us? If life throw me one more thing, I'm gonna just lose it. If life throws me one more thing, I'm gonna check out. If one more man cheat on me, I'm going to check out. If one more person be disloyal to me, I am going to check out. If one more person hurt me, I'm going to check out. I'm not healing from the last wound that was in me. And here comes somebody stabbing me in the heart again. I'm going to check out. Sometimes we feel like that. Let's just keep it a buck. Sometimes we feel like that. Like, some women won't even get in relationships because they feel it's going to end horribly and they don't want to suffer that pain no more. I had even said, like, if this marriage don't work out, and I say this because I'm like, I know my husband be watching, like, you should be hopeful, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if this thing don't work out, this is probably gonna be it for me in relationships. Because I don't think I don't know, I don't like to say things like this because God's in control and he do what he wants to do. But it's like, I can't imagine myself going through another relationship and going through another heartbreak. I don't know if I had a capacity for that. But as women, we walk that way and we guard ourselves. And so sometimes we become introverts. Sometimes we pull away from possibilities. Sometimes we pull away from building relationships because we're so burdened in our mind and we simply don't know who we can trust. All of that is tied into mental awareness and mental health and mental illness. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who have literally lost their minds because of trauma and because of heartache, because of a death, a loss. You know what I'm saying? And they just haven't been the same anymore. You know, I had a friend that sustained a traumatic event in their life, and they confessed to me. They said, ever since that happened, I know mentally I haven't been the same. I haven't been the same anymore. I haven't been right. See, as women, we go through so much. Men are made up differently. They can do they can do the affliction. They can do the heartache and go on, eat them a sandwich and be in a new relationship that evening. Sometimes it takes us years to process rejection and abandonment and betrayal because, again, we internalize a lot, right? So we don't just say, "Oh, I broke up with my boyfriend." We cut them things layer by layer by layer. He did this to me because he wasn't tapped into the relationship. He did this to me because he really didn't love me. He betrayed me. Why would he be dishonest with me? Why would he be deceptive from me? You know what I'm saying? Yes, we are built differently. We read into all of that. Whereas a man will just, "Oh, I ain't feeling her no more. I'm gonna break up with her." No, we read into that's why I say it ain't about what you say. It's your actions that I pay attention to. It's the principle. Why do you do what you do? You don't do it because you just don't like me. You do it because you intentionally wanted to hurt me. So imagine carrying that thought process around internally and not dealing with it and not getting it out of you. It festers and eat on you as an individual and who you are. Then you start feeling some kind of way. And then you get in this thing where you can't really be happy no more because of this hurt. And it takes years to process that and years to get that out of your system. That's why I say be careful who you lay down with. Be careful who you grow these attachments with. Now, tomorrow I gotta preach. Y'all pray for me because I'm hoarse and sinus is draining. And I'm like, Lord, what do you want me to tell the people? And that's why I'm not gonna be on here long because I got to put my sermon together. The Lord's like, I want you to talk about detachment. Detachment. Some things we don't need to be attached to because it's going to do more harm than good. And you like, Lord, what do you mean? What do you mean? This seem good. This food, this prune seem good. It's sweet. It tastes good. It's good. But it's gonna have you on a toilet. It's gonna have you in the dumps. We be on this emotional roller coaster, this high, just to be let down like bad drugs. You understand what I'm saying? And we do this to ourselves. But what I want to talk about is not necessarily an action, but the residual behavior after that. A lot of us have an issue with trust. A lot of us have issues with trust because of pain. But I'm going to tell you, how long are you going to live like that? How long are you going to live in that path of not trusting everybody? Everything, every report, everybody. It's not the will of God for us to be walking around suspicious of everything and everybody. You walking around in a low level of fear of what if. That's not the will of God. And those scenarios play over and over in your mind, and it's intrusive in your relationship, the good ones and the bad ones. Now, you should have a healthy level of discernment. But as far as I don't trust you, I don't trust you, I don't trust you, and you treat them accordingly to the point that people don't want to deal with you. People don't want to deal with you because you got this external and this outward animated level of intrusion and aggressiveness that people just don't want to be bothered with. But you don't think nothing wrong with you. A lot of times we have to come to the conclusion that something is wrong with us. That's a hard conversation because all of us, we all think we queens and we all think that we strong. But when you can't process things in a healthy amount of time and you let it linger and it now starts to affect who you are as a person and how you deal with others, that's mental illness. And that needs to be dealt with. It needs to be dealt with. As women, we are intuitive and we carry so much more than the man do, mentally and emotionally. We really have to be careful in what we engage into and what we let affect us and what we let in us and what we are around and what we expose ourselves to, because we get attached. Now, some people have said I have the ability to detach and not care. To a certain point, I will agree, because I grew up as an only child, and I was always alone, and I was always by myself, and I don't know what it is, even though I got siblings. I'm sorry, y'all. I had 3 brothers and 2 sisters. One passed away. I got siblings, but we wasn't close. We didn't grow up together. Now, my brother from my mother, we are close. However, he's mad at me right now, but it's okay. He gonna always be my brother, and I'm gonna always love him. But I've always been by myself. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you come in my life, okay. If you down with me, okay. If you go, it's okay. But I don't want to be that way. I want to have good relationships. But if I'm your friend, you got a friend. If I tell you something, you can take it to the bank. If I say I'm rocking with you, baby, you ain't gonna better shake me off. If I say I'm loyal to you, honey, you ain't gonna have to ever worry about that. I'm gonna be loyal to you. I don't care if the whole world against you. I'm gonna stand right there by you. That's just how I am, because I'm a person of principle. I'm a person of trust. You said it was 7 of us and our mom died in childbirth. I'm so sorry to hear that, Scorp. I didn't know that. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you got me as a friend, baby, you got one. That's why when this past year, when things kind of unraveled in a certain situation, it affected me tremendously, because my thing is, I was your friend regardless. You understand what I'm saying? So that thing really affected me. You understand what I'm saying? It really affected me because I don't believe in tearing down my friend. I don't believe in disloyalty at all. I don't care if we at each other head behind the scene. I'm not gonna be disloyal to you as a friend. I'm just not gonna do it. So when I see those things, I'm a person of principle. I immediately have to cut that bleeding off. You see, just like a bleeding, like if your arm is cut, and you bleeding profusely. I gotta put that tourniquet on there, and I can't visit that no more because I ain't trying to because I'm not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? So when I so if I'm your friend, baby, you got one. You hear me? You got one. But if there is any betrayal, I can't do it. I'm not going to be able to proceed any further. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's the mechanism that people say they see in me, that attachment. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because it's also protective. You know, um, but carrying the weight of something, I don't have the capacity to do that anymore. But as women, we tend to do that. And you will sit down and you'll have brunch with your friends or your girls, and y'all be talking lightweight, and everything is good. And you start talking about baby daddies, and next thing you know, your girl is linked over the croissants crying, and you trying to figure out what's going on because she been carrying hurt for so long. You said, well, you was adopted. Oh, okay. I didn't know that as well. You didn't know that about her. You know what I'm saying? We as women, we got wells. Our wound is our well. And a lot of times we carry so much pain and so much heartache when somebody that did us wrong or somebody that hurt us so bad. And we try our best to move on and push on and just go ahead and live. But it's so painful. But because of our nature, we are expected to take care of the household. We're expected to take care of our husbands. We're expected to take care of the children. We're expected to always be put together. We're expected just to be. We can't have a moment of weakness. And a lot of times men, you know what I'm saying, they be saying about the weight that women put on them. What about the weight that's put on women? We always supposed to play that role of that nurturing role and always be accessible to somebody to take care of their problems. But who's going to take care of our problems? Nobody, unless we become proactive and go get us some therapy. I never forget. I was talking to a significant other, and um, I was telling them, you have to honor my feelings. This is hurting my feelings. And I'm thinking we're having an adult conversation. And I'm articulating myself, hey, this is hurting my feelings. Can you believe that? They literally said verbatim, I don't care about your feelings. But this is the person that's supposed to protect me. And if you don't care about my feelings, who do I have other than God? That's where we are as women in this country. Do you hear what I say? If it wasn't for the feminist woman movement and women's rights and certain laws put in place, we would be doomed. So shout out to the feminists because this country don't. Oh, I'm just gonna say they don't care about women. They don't care that you're pregnant and the pregnancy is about to kill you, and you have to get this fetus out of you because it's hurting you. They don't care. They don't care about the right of your body. They don't care. They don't care that some crazy mental man took advantage of you. They're gonna treat you like you deserved it because you brought it on. They don't care that you've been loyal to them and you put in all your time and your money and your finances and your listening ear and built them up. They still gonna go out and cheat on you and have 5 kids on you. You think that they care how that affects you to see them walk out the door to be with somebody else? They don't care that they're manipulating you and being deceiving and lying to you. They don't care. We're living in a country where women have to advocate for themselves. And the first thing is we have to be accountable and honest with ourselves and say, hey, something mentally is going on with me. I got to get myself together so that I can be sound and have clarity. We owe ourselves that. It's okay to cry it out. It's okay to journal. I love journaling because you can go back and see how messed up you was and what God has done for you now. You understand what I'm saying? We got a lot of women that just holding wounds and just holding ourselves together. We holding ourselves together. Years and years of faking it. Years and years of letting stuff go. Years and years of being disrespected, being dismissed, not being acknowledged, not being made a priority, not being put first. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like it at all. And I runs my big mouth every chance I get to advocate for myself. Because if you can't do it, then hey, I got to keep it pushing. Because I am my biggest fan. We have to become our own biggest fans. Do you hear what I say? And want to be better. Don't sit in that toxicity of, oh, this is just me. You know you got some mental problems. Don't sit there. Because it's not going to benefit you in the end. Go get you some help. Go get you some help. You raising your daughters to hate men because some man did you wrong. We raising our daughters with low morals and values because we grew up promiscuous. And so it's okay for your 4-year-old to be walking around with a mini skirt. It's okay for your 4-year-old to be walking around in tight spandex. It's okay for your 16-year-old to be dropping it down and shaking it. No, it's not okay. But it's because we have been pre-exposed to promiscuity at a young age that has been indoctrinated us. Women are not acting like women. They're acting like whores. And you wonder why we're 40 years old and ain't married. But in our mind, we thinking we're supposed to do this because this is what shows men that we like them. It's a mental illness. You know, the saddest stories that I've ever heard is ex-prostitutes. And the things that they have to do to survive. Somewhere around the line, somebody failed them as a child. Or maybe they failed themselves and got into a life that they shouldn't be been in. Or maybe they got connected to the wrong person. Somewhere down the line, these women were left vulnerable and unprotected. And they got into some situations they didn't need to be in. Or maybe somebody wasn't really tapped into their life like they should be to see the change. But I watched a documentary of a woman. It was just, it was just sad. Oh, it was so sad. Low self-worth. Thinking that don't nobody want you. Don't nobody, that you're not valuable enough. You're not pretty enough. Nobody's going to choose you. People carry that complex. And you can tell by the way they carry themselves, their body, the way that the clothes they wear, and how they speak. They don't look you eye in the eye. They don't seem strong. They don't seem affirmative. You know what I'm saying? It's because somebody done chipped away at their esteem. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I am out here. That's why I'm out here, and I pray some young, mature woman, that's trying to figure out who they are, will stumble across my lives. Because I used to be like that when I was young. I had an auntie tell me, "Oh, you can never be like that. Oh, our side of the family would never deal with you and your mom." Or I had a very prominent male figure in my life who I looked up to, called me ugly in front of a whole bunch of people. That I will, and the reason why I remember that now is because it made an impact. You know what I'm saying? But thank God I had the mother who I had, who instilled who showed me how to be a woman, how to always keep myself together, who told me that I was somebody. Thank God that the Lord put strong women in my life to mentor me, to let me know that you are somebody. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't care what you look like, what your size is, if you got an eye going that way, I don't care. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. And there's somebody out here for everybody. All you got to do is pull yourself together, keep yourself together, and I'm telling you, the law of attraction will take over. Do you hear what I say? Dry your tears and know that you are worth somebody doting over you. Dry your tears and know that you're worth somebody opening up the door of an opportunity for you to have an opportunity, whether it be on your job, a new career, whatever it is. Whatever it is, you're worth it. Whatever positive experience that you want in your life, you're worth it. Do you know there's a thing called the spirit of torment? Well, this spirit will come and minister in your ear. You ain't worth it. You worthless. Nobody gonna want you. Look at how you live. Look at what you got. You ain't did this. Look at your skin color. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. And what you need to tell that spirit is, I am looking at me. And look at the beautiful creation that God made. This year, and I keep feeling this anointing that the possibilities are endless this year. I'm gonna tell you what's really good to free your mind of oppression and burden. Sometimes we have to sit quiet and meditate. Get off of social media for a minute. Stop looking at other women and start looking at yourself. You will never be like somebody else. God has made us uniquely individuals. Your hair ain't gonna swoop and lay down like Joe's. You ain't gonna have a beautiful complexion like Score. You is you. Deal with what God has given you. Yeah, your kids is cutting up. They doing this, they doing that, they doing that, they doing this. Don't let your child's behavior define who you are. Don't let the pressures of life dictate who you are and how you respond to others or how you respond to yourself. Don't stop sitting up for hours crying, looking out the window. Stop walking in the spirit of depression. It's not God's will for you. And I know you saying, Queen, it's easier said than done. I know what it is to feel heavy depression for years. I know what it is to live in depression for years. You get sad because something didn't go your way. You know what helped me? It was the ability to make peace that it didn't go my way. I made peace with it. And I stepped out and started to live a different narrative of my life. And I yielded myself to the Lord. And I'm like, okay, I don't got control of this. It's when you stop trying to control stuff. It's when you stop trying to make something happen that just don't fit in your life. Then you'll get to understanding that it's God's will anyway. And be empowered, empower yourself. Encourage yourself. I talked about encouraging yourself. Encourage yourself, even through the tears. You can fake it until you make it. You ain't gonna feel like being positive and encouraging yourself right off. But keep doing it. Stop working out. Be transformative. What did I say? I can't remember now. Transformative people are people who push through pain. To be transformative means that you are pushing through the pain. You have pushed through the pain. It ain't like you doing something special. You're doing something right that is for you. That's going to better you. Push through the pain. Push through the mental burden. I mean, some of us, and I know some people personally, some of us have went through major, major tragedy. Some of us have been through some stuff, and it makes other people say, "Oh, take your time, baby. What you done been through, take your time." I get it. There's a time and a season for everything. But when we allow things to linger and change who we are for the worse, that ain't good. I'm not saying get over stuff just like that. But I'm saying start making subtle changes. Stop talking about it so much. Don't give it no power. Don't give it no weight in your life. Do you hear what I say? The enemy if you give the enemy an inch, he gonna take a mile. He gonna start moving furniture in and living in your mind and living in your life. And then all these negative things is gonna start happening. You invite one demon in, he gonna bring in 10 more. There is an old Indian saying, which dog are you feeding? Which dog do you want to be the strongest in your life? And I realize that this is more than just thinking positive. I know this. But we're talking about manifestation this year. It's time for us to come out of this toxic way that a lot of women live in. We carry so much emotional baggage from the past that we have lost our identity. We think we're supposed to be bitter. We think that we're supposed to be suspicious of everybody. We think that we're supposed to be vengeful. We think that we're supposed to be depressed. We live right there year in and year out because, oh, look what happened to me 10 years ago. You can't go back and change the past. You can't go back and change what happened to your child. You can't go back and change what happened to you that one night. You can't go back and change what happened to you when you was fired. You can't go back and change what happened to you when you saw what you saw. You can't go back and change it. It's up to you how you want your life to look moving forward. These people that have inflicted this type of hurt, they done moved on with their life. They're not even thinking about you. The key point is we cannot go back and change that. However, we can move forward and change. Advocate for yourself. If you always wanted to advocate, advocate. If you're tired of these people being dismissive for you, if you're tired of your husband not spending time with you, open your mouth. Listen, I don't know how we're going to move forward, but some things got to change. And be okay with the consequences. Don't stay. I don't want to ruin nobody's marriage, but I'm just saying, how long are you going to be a punching bag? How long are you going to be just treated any old kind of way by somebody who's supposed to be walking through life with you? How long are you be dismissed? How long are you going to see somebody give all their time to everybody but you? How long are you willing to live like that? You are low priority to everybody. No, we're going to talk about this and some decisions going to be made. Because you have to make yourself a priority. If don't nobody else do it. Every year you're frustrated. Because you thought it was going to get better. And people showing you who they really are. And we carry this stuff over and over again. And guess what? It starts chipping away at your esteem. It starts chipping away about who you are because everybody keep dismissing you. Everybody keep giving you the crumbs of their life. Everybody, you the lowest on the totem pole, year in, year out. And it is starting to affect you to where you have lost self-worth. It ain't worth it. Y'all, anybody that know me, my friends, honey, they know. I don't need nobody cheer me on because I get up and cheer my own self on. I don't got no problem with it, and it feel good. If you don't think I'm somebody, it's okay. I already know that I am, and I don't got a problem with it. See, something happens when you have a healthy amount of esteem. That means ain't nobody gonna just come walk up and bring you down. No, that ain't gonna happen. But a lot of people they misunderstand your self-esteem for arrogance, and that's not even the case with me. But I refuse to allow you to come into my life and tell me who I am, or treat me like how you think I'm supposed to be treated. Because treating me bad boosts your esteem because something wrong with you. No, we're not doing that. As women, don't allow somebody to treat you like an emotional dumping ground. You take the trash and they walk off. No. Do you hear what I say? Mental, are we okay in 2026? Mentally, are we okay in 2026? Or are you still walking around with the same mindset? That could be dangerous because, girl, honey, you ain't getting no older. I mean, no younger. We not getting no younger. My mind is free. My mind is free. I gets it off of me. It's something. If my husband do something that I don't like, I immediately go and say, "Hey, I don't like this." I'm not carrying nothing around, no resentment. I know no. I'm not. No, I'm letting you. I don't like this. This is happening, and I don't like it. A lot of women, we feel like we're domicile, and we got to be so submissive. What you do, I believe. I believe in honoring. I believe in honoring the man that's being the priest of home. I believe in that, but I also believe in advocating for yourself. And I'm the type of person I got to nip it at the bud. If I feel slighted any kind of way, we're gonna need to have a conversation. That's with anybody. Come on, let's have a conversation and a mature conversation. But it feels good when I get that off of me and I advocate for myself, and it's not lingering and turning over in my mind. See, we don't address some stuff. You need to be addressing some things in 2026. Some things need to be addressed. Yes, Vanessa, peace over everything. Some things need to be addressed. We allow people to get away with so much as women. We do. And then you walking around pouting and crying because they did so and so. And they be like, girl, why don't you just say something? No, I'm gonna just let the Lord handle it. Honey, you think God gave you a big mouth? Sometimes he like, no, you go ahead and go ahead. Because people gonna treat you how they think you're supposed to be treated and not how you're supposed to be treated. No, we're not doing that. Not in 2026. I want us to have peace. But that's, you said something very powerful. Peace over everything. Maintain your peace. I want y'all to get the spirit of no in your mouth. Quit allowing people to infringe on your life. They don't pour into your life. They just cipher and take. No, I'm not gonna be able to do that. You got $10? No. I'm not. I don't got that much time. What is it that you need, and what? And it's not you being rude. It's you maintaining your peace. I'm not going to engage in that no more. No, I got to cut it off. I can't be friends with you no more because it's starting to affect my mental. Just things like that. It's so free and it's so liberating. Try it, or stop telling me about what so and so did. I don't want to hear it because I want to know, how did you manage that? How did you take care of that? Our minds and our hearts and our spirit and our soul is not built to be carrying emotional toxic garbage. Our minds and our spirit and our soul was built for adoration for God, to receive messages from the Lord, to intellectualize things, to problem solve, to learn, to grow, to love, to manage, but not to carry emotional toxic. That's why we just don't. That's why a lot of us is physically sick, because we're carrying so much. And my grandmother used to always say this, and I believe it. Stress, she said, stress is nothing but poison for the body. It ain't nothing but poison. You walking around full of stress because you trying to take care of poo-poo and ray-ray bills instead of letting them be grown people. You're going around doing all this stuff and being everything for everybody except for yourself. You everybody rock star, but your own. You ain't your own rock star. No, I'm not doing that. We have a tendency to think about ourselves last. Everybody gets what they want except for you. And then you in the closet somewhere crying. Don't nobody really think about me. Nobody think about me. They ain't get me this time. Everybody, well, honey, advocate. If you can't come in and pour into my life or be fair with me, I'm not going to be able to do it. Put some stipulations down. You know what? In 2020, 26, I want to make myself accessible for you. But guess what? My time is limited this year. So I'm going to let you know the times that I'm available for you, and I will show up for you. But other than that, I can't show up for you. We have to start teaching our young girls and our women to show up for themselves, because society is going to let them down every time. And y'all go ahead and support this live, because I know it's going to affect somebody. Share it out, like, share, subscribe. If you want to be a monetary blessing, $CLAYLING. Do you hear what I say? We are showing up for everybody else but ourselves. We're not getting the self-care that we needed. That's why we're dying. Black women are dying young. You go all over the world for your baby daddy just for him to turn around and have some more kids on you. You the second baby mama. You don't even know it. These people don't care. Nobody cares that you're sitting on the couch crying and wiping your tears because they don't want to come over for Christmas. Nobody cares that they don't care. They do not care. I'm telling you. People care about what they can get from you. And not what you can, and what not what it's not an exchange no more. You used to sit down and go over your girlfriend's house and have a little bit of coffee and a piece of a hot water cornbread and sit there and talk, girl. You know, my old man. Hey, but them days is over. Because women, society has told us that we are each other's enemy for some reason. We always looking at each other sideways. You get a group of women in a room, everybody just about as suspicious of each other. We always wondering about something. You still thinking about what happened to you in high school when so-and-so took your man. That affected you. Now your husband can't go to church. You ain't gonna be around sister so-and-so. You understand what I'm saying? As women, we carry a lot. And so this is a mental awareness. This is a check-in. I'm checking in with you all. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you really okay? Or are you just telling me that? I want to know for real, are you okay? That woman who we don't know, I don't know the conclusion of the matter because I haven't really followed the story close. But she took off work because she was having some anxiety about working and she just mentally couldn't, she got overwhelmed. She took off work for a while. And then that Monday she was supposed to go back to work, which to me translated, she's scared because she had to go back to work and to face whatever it was that caused anxiety in the first place. Went and walked across a bridge and never came back. They don't know where this woman is. And she got a whole husband and family around her. But it was something in her mind that she didn't want to articulate to people. That she wasn't being 100% honest with these people. She done walked over the bridge and they can't find her no more. It was something going on in her mind that nobody knew about. I was watching a story about a young man. He worked for the airport. He done went and got on the airplane, and this has happened in 2017, but the story has been coming around again. Stole the airplane and flying around Alaska, flipping a commercial size airplane like it's a fighter jet, and killed himself. He said, I just not realizing something is wrong with me. I'm just not realizing that there's some screws loose. He didn't articulate that to his family. He was able to function and work a real job. See, we don't know what's going on, what's clicking in people's minds. That's why you need to have a come to Jesus moment with somebody who you can feel safe with. If it's a therapist, then yeah, we need to be honest with ourselves and stop walking around here ticking. I'm watching you on the news telling me I know Scorpion took that plane. I know she ain't on that plane. I know she ain't on that plane. You understand what I'm saying? We don't want those moments, but you only can take so much and then you blow up and then irrationality comes into place and you start being irrational. Because life is life and you don't know, you don't have an outlet and you won't let it go. You won't talk about it. We hide so much as women, so much turmoil going on behind our minds and just playing in the background of our minds, and we don't talk about it. Years of family trauma just sitting there festering, and we won't talk about it. And the next thing you know, you done took the child, and everybody trying to figure out, well, she was just fine for Thanksgiving. Some stuff that ain't been addressed. You know, there is some things that has been addressed that has happened to women. It's just $ Clayleen. Yeah, it's just $ Clayling. Yeah, $CLAYLING. And then sometimes, you know, when you're sending a cash app, it may say, it may say something about scam. You just have to scroll up and click that you're aware that you're sending this to me, because I see that they have put new precautions in there for everybody, or however, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll say potential You just scroll and click send it anyway. Yes, one word, $ CLAYLING. But I'm gonna tell you something. Things happen in families because I'm gonna tell you, traditionally back in the old days, things will happen with our little girls. No, I am Clayleen Woods probably on there, but you're gonna see a picture of my husband. I'm gonna put my cash app in there. Yeah, you're gonna see a picture of my husband. There you go. There you go. And I probably put an S. I meant to put a $sign. Let me delete that. Let me delete that comment. Yeah, score. Do you hear me say? Yeah, it's my husband. Honey, I got to put my husband so people know, you know what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, things happen in our families to our little girls. And traditionally, we just say, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. You'll be all right. Don't talk about it. And the whole family know. And that girl, she grew up knowing that something happened to her. But she got to sit across the table from Unc, who done did something that he ain't got no business doing. And the women who's supposed to protect her, her mother who's supposed to protect her, her grandfather who's supposed to protect her. It take everything in them to actually believe her. And then they make this little girl sit and eat and have Thanksgivings with this man. And she's supposed to respect him. Thank you. I appreciate that, Vanessa. I appreciate that. She's supposed to respect him. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just turmoil that this girl gotta live in. You understand what I'm saying? It's turmoil. And this girl grows up with complexes because nobody protected her. I'm telling you what I know for a fact. And this ain't nothing me. This ain't me being analytical. These are real life stories that I know of. The whole family didn't believe her, and she was raised like that, and she grew into a woman with mental illness. And it was because the people who were supposed to protect her did not. Thank you so much, Vanessa. How you doing, BB? I said nothing but love your way because you deserve it. Do you hear what I say? And somebody came to her, and the Lord sent this person to her and said, nobody believes you, but it did happen. It happened. The Lord sent this person to her. Nobody believes you, but it happened. This woman, a grown woman, she was a grandmother, broke down in tears. Oh, I feel God. I feel God. Like she was 4 years old. Do you understand that there are a million of black little girls, and I'm speaking culturally right now, that this has happened to? And back in those days, it wasn't no woman's rights. It wasn't no advocacy. It wasn't no 100 number. These girls had to grow up with these. The whole family knew, but nobody advocated for them. And you wonder why something wrong with mama. Something mentally wrong with mama. You wonder why she's overprotective. You can't go over and spend the night because something done happened to her. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we care as women. We carry that. And when you grow up as a woman and have children of your own, you want to question your mama. Mama, why didn't you protect me? Am I telling the truth today? See, a lot of us women, we carry past hurt and past traumas, and this is why we behave the way that we behave. And we don't know what's wrong with us. It's because we have not addressed some things in our life. But when I tell you God is going to bring a healing to you, if you tap into it this year, if you acknowledge and identify and be honest with yourself and say, I need some help. If it's therapy, if it's meditation, if it whatever it is, it's out there. If God gonna remove that pain, He gonna remove the scars and the stagnation that has been in your life because of that trauma. But you gotta acknowledge it. You gotta call that thing out and tell it to leave your life, leave your mind. We bind generational curses in the mighty name of Jesus. I know what I'm talking about. You got children that have grown into women where their mothers was abusive of them because their fathers walked off and left them. That's a whole slew, a whole demographic of women. Women who hate their children because the father didn't stick around. You got this mother-daughter energy because she don't like you because you look like your daddy. It happens. And then you got women, then they grow up into women who hate men. We carry so much as women. But the world and society just expect us to be okay. They just expect us to be okay. They just expect us to be nana. They just expect us to be auntie. They just expect us to be wifey. They expect that dinner to be cooked, and you walking around with years of turmoil, trying to wipe the tears away while you turn it over the steak. And you don't know why you crying like this, because you just see history repeating itself over and over again. I know what I'm talking about. I had this fear of, Lord, am I going to live the same life that my mama lived? And my mother was a great woman. She showed me how to love people of all demographics. She showed me how to love God. But there were some things there and barriers in life that she herself was running away from. And she made some choices. And I said, Lord, I don't want to make those choices. Am I going to live this life that my mother lived? Is this how my life going to end too? And so you have this fear. That's why sometimes we settle for things that we shouldn't settle for because we living in fear. That fear is a part of mental illness. Am I telling the truth? Thank you for supporting the channel. We as women, we walk in fear of rejection, dislike, low self-esteem, low self-worth, low morals. We walk in fear that I want everybody to like me. I want everybody to be happy with me. I want my boss to like me. I want my peers to like me. I want my children to like me. We don't like to be embarrassed. I want to be chosen. I don't want to be the last one on the team to be picked. That's how we walk as women. But you got to understand, if you never get picked, baby, pick yourself. If don't nobody ever choose you, honey, choose yourself. If don't nobody ever come into your life and make your life better, honey, that's okay. Make your own life better. It's the law of attraction. What you put out there, it's going to come back. God ain't going to let you to be utterly destroyed. He's not going to let you be utterly consumed. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's not going to allow it. It's the enemy's job to make you feel like you're mediocre. But you're not. It's a trick of the enemy. And the enemy has had you tricked for decades. Ain't nobody going to look at me. Look at this. Look how I look. Look at my size. Honey, it's somebody looking just for you. So most men, most real men, they're looking for consistency and loyalty. And somebody that's going to love them for real and take care of them and nurture them. And not want them for their money and use them. I know what I'm talking about. Are you okay for 2026? Are you going to be okay? Are you going to be okay? Because if you're not, let's talk. Let's talk. I can show you how to navigate through that. It's a scary thing. Sometimes through life, we have to live on our own and not be validated by something or someone. It's scary to be on your own sometimes. Sometimes we want to lean on somebody. Sometimes we want to be part of a group. Because we want that support system. It's very hard to support ourselves so as women, and I'm gonna say this for everybody because a lot of us won't admit it. Sometimes it's hard for us to believe in our own self. And if we don't get the validations of others, we stop believing in our own self. And don't nobody ever believe in what Clayton got going on. I'ma always believe in me. I know this week I got red hair. In the back, it's got a little bit of orange. But I was feeling this. You understand what I'm saying? I know some of my coworkers, not gonna say my coworkers, but just other what I'm just saying as an example. I don't want nobody to get twisted. But I know somebody would say, girl, who she thinks she is? She's black as a piece of coat walking around with that. That don't become her. Baby, I was feeling it. And I rocked it so tough that people was like, ooh, I like your hair. It's how I carry myself. Yeah, I love it. It makes me feel good. Be you. Don't wait on nobody to give you no applause. Be you. Honey, if you want to go walk, whatever it is that you want to do it. Be you. Because at the end of the day, people are doing what they want to do. Don't you modify your life for nobody else. Make sure you living inside the will of the God. That's my main priority. But be you. Your life ain't over. You're living your life for everybody but you. And then you're behind closed doors crying about it. And you got turmoil in your life. Because you just waiting on somebody to show up for you. When somebody going to show up for me? They not. They not. They not. Don't look for it. They not. If it comes, thank God. If you get somebody that's loyal to you, if you get two people loyal to you, baby, you're doing it. You're doing it. But baby, when I tell you this is a disloyal society, this is that cold hearted, but the Bible speaks of it. There's going to come a time when hearts are going to wax cold. That's what the word of God says. This world is becoming more wickeder and wickeder and anti-woman. This society is coming more anti-woman than ever before. Did you see the young lady that was shot dead in her car? An American white woman? And they are trying hard to paint this narrative that she did an act of terrorism. The woman was pulling out of her own house, her own area, after dropping off her kid, and was shot dead because she opposed authority, or she didn't do what authority to a man told her what to do. She didn't stop when he told her to stop. She was turning the opposite way of him. He shot her dead. Allegedly. This is for entertainment purposes. Informational entertainment purposes under the Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Do you hear what I say? This is the world that we're living in, where men are not making rational decisions about the protection of women. All I can say is I am here for you. This is a yeah, it is a mess. This is a platform where women, we need to be here for one another. Stop being judgmental. You know what I'm saying? And this whole, look, because you don't look like me, that don't mean that you better than me. And stop making women who you think, you know, say maybe you don't like the way she look, or maybe you say, oh, she look odd. Keep that to yourself. Love on this woman because you don't know, she may need you. We so critical of each other. You don't know, this woman could be battling suicidal thoughts because she don't like the way she look. And then here you come with your critical self talking about her with everybody on the job, making her feel bad. You don't know this woman want to take her life, and all you could do is talk about her and spread rumors. We so hurtful and detrimental to each other, and you don't even realize it. This woman could she could have grew up and had a life of bullying, and here come your old rusty 40-year-old behind, sit up talking about her in front of everybody. We don't know how to treat each other because society has told us that we are each other's enemy. We need to be learning how to be each other's keeper. Are you your sister's keeper? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Are you okay for 2026? Because if you're not, then let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, because I want you to be okay. Every tear, I want to help you wipe it away. I want to turn you towards the Lord, who can heal all hurts and all wounds, because life has done you in. Yes, life has given you a doozy. Yes, life has been so unfair to you. But guess what? We have all went through it, and let's talk about it and share, so I can show you how I got through it. And guess what? I want you to come through it. I don't want you to keep reliving that same trauma over and over again, because it is shortening your lifespan and your mental capability. It is causing realistic, measurable problems for you. And you don't want to talk about it. Your kids call you mean, your husband call you mean because you ain't been yourself in 5 years. Yes, comply. Are you okay? I want you to be okay. I want you to be okay. I want you to be okay. It's time to stop crying. It's time to let that pain go. It's time to let it go. Some of us is holding on to grief. COVID was traumatic for the world. A lot of us are still holding on to the people we lost during COVID. And we ain't been right since. And we think it's justifiable because it was a death. And we hold on to grief like it's some type of badge and that we supposed to hold on to it because somebody died. And we bring it up so people, because it's a shock value, we bring it up so people can feel sympathy for us. So to comfort us in our grief. It's time, and it's going to be some rough medicine to take. Let the death go. They're not coming back alive. You're here. The Bible says the dead knows nothing. There's a season to cry and grieve. It is. But seasons end. Hard head make a soft behind. Yeah. Let it go. I'm going to say it for the people in the back. I'm going to say it because everybody want to tell you, but they scared to tell you because it's a death. And people get really funny. How you doing, Gertrude? I said nothing but love your way because you deserve it. People get really funny when you go to talking about people losing stuff and people dying, you know. They not coming back. They want you to live your best life. They want you to live your life righteously before the Lord so you can see him again in heaven. But they not coming back. And you can't treat people mean because somebody done died because they gone. You can't treat people mean because mama gone. We're not going to excuse your bad behavior anymore because mama gone. Because mama can't come back. But I'm still here. And everybody deserves respect. Everybody don't want you coming in sucking the life and the happiness out of Poo Poo's birthday party because you can't seem to get it together. Because mama gone. Mama not coming back. Ray not coming back. Stink not coming back. Tutu not coming back. This is hard love because it is not, because this grief and this pain is starting to affect who you are as an individual, and your rationale is leaving. That's not the will of God for you. Yeah, I'm talking about it tonight. We just overlook her because you know something happened to her when she was a child. She's a 40-year-old woman. Let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on with you. Let's get you some help so that you can be a functioning, regular person in society. Because God wished that you prosper as your soul prosper, your mental prosper. God don't want you in a negative mind space. You think God wants you to live the rest of your life in turmoil and pain and sadness? No, you push everybody away because something ain't right with you. That ain't the will of God at all. Are you okay in 2026? Because I want you to be okay. I want you to be okay. You deserve to be the best version of yourself. You deserve to be a productive member of society. You deserve to love life so much that things just start happening good in your life. You start opening up that business. You go back to school. You rekindle your marriage. You love on your husband. You appreciate your wife more. You deserve happiness. It's like people don't, you're punishing yourself. You don't want to be happy because your mama not here, your daddy not here, your daughter not here, your son not here. You don't want to be happy no more in life. You punishing yourself because they're not here no more. And you can't go back. It's not your fault that they're not here. You're going to punish yourself because no, that's not the way to go. I'm talking to somebody. Are you okay? I'm here to do a check-in, a mental health check-in with you. Are you okay? You punishing yourself because your marriage failed. I ain't do everything right. If I just would have been a little bit more, if I'd have stayed home more, you know what I'm saying? You trying to work and take care of the bills, and he leave you, and now you internalize it that it's your fault. No, that ain't it. That's not it. And you carrying a residual from that. You're not okay. You done beat yourself up for 20 years because Ernest done left you. And now you think you something less than a woman because Ernest done left you. That ain't it. That's the trick of the enemy, to keep you in turmoil and sadness and depression and loneliness and pushing everybody away that can help you. He don't want you to enjoy your life. God did not put us on this earth to not enjoy life. Do you know that these things are going to happen anyway? These things are bound to happen in our life. We're bound to experience pain and hardship. We're bound to experience turmoil and abandonment. But God has equipped us to deal with it. It is us who break down. We break down in our mind mentally, and we refuse to deal with it. So we walk around with mental anguish, and we take it out on everybody else, and we expect people just to deal with us accordingly because we messed up and we don't want to be okay. You go to talking to them about them, you know you got to let that go. No, see, because you don't know what I've been through. Well, then tell me about it. Tell somebody about it. As women, we have to be keepers of each other. As women, you must know that you are better than that. You're better than a messed up attitude for 20 years. You better than that. You bitter because the baby daddy don't went and got married and didn't choose you, and you laid out on the table and pushed these babies out, and he didn't think that was a sacrifice, and he didn't think that you were a good woman for doing that, and he don't care that you done had 10 kids for him. He don't care. He didn't look at you as a beautiful person for laying down and being a mother to his children. He don't care. He done went on and married the whore around the corner. That affected you. And it makes you feel bitter. We get it. But we want you to be better. We want you to know, honey, your worth, your value is not what happened with you and Ernest and Ray Ray. I'm telling the truth tonight. It's a hard pill to swallow. For years, I doubted myself and I questioned myself and said, maybe I should have fought harder for my marriage, my first marriage. Maybe I gave up too easy. Maybe I did quit on him. Maybe I did. I fought with that. I felt sad. I beat myself up about it. So I called myself gonna go back and try to rekindle just for him to have a whole other relationship, and I didn't even know it. These people don't care. And the thing about it is, we ain't gonna go down that road. But the thing about it, people do not care. You have to care for yourself. Nobody's gonna see your side of the story. Just understand that. People don't care about the side of your story. What they care about is your reaction, how you are now. Because people can be so judgmental. You done been through all type of stuff, and they wonder why you are the way that you are, and they don't even care. All they know is, why she's so weird and quirky and short and temperamental. They don't know you done been through a whole issue, and you just trying to function like everybody else. But the thing about it is, I want us to stop from just trying to function, and I want us to really function. I'm thinking about this year. This year, maybe I'll set aside some time where I will do just for women's, just a check in, maybe on Zoom where it's a little bit more private, and we can just talk about the things that we're going through as women, and we can share information how to navigate through it to help each other. You will be surprised at the similarities of our stories in our lives. Oh, you going through that too? Yeah, I'm going through that too. Let me tell you what I did, and it worked for me. You're not alone. You're not alone. The first thing we need to be doing is what? Acknowledging our problems and dealing with them. Acknowledgement, accountability. Stop brushing your bad behavior, your anxiety. It's so many African American women walking with anxiety. I struggled with anxiety from trauma. From trauma. I want to pat myself on the back. It's the first, I can say the first time, but the last two times I went to the hospital, I didn't have a panic attack. See, it's a lot of things y'all don't know about me. But for some reason, when I would go to the hospital and they had to put the IV in me, I would have a panic attack. And this started really prevalent after my best friend died. And I went the one time when I fainted in the alley, and I joke about it all the time. When I fainted in the alley, when I had to go to the hospital, my pastor had to stay on the phone with me the whole time, just about I was in the hospital, to calm me down because I was having a panic attack. One time I was with my husband, my first husband, and I went to the hospital, and they had to put this IV in me, and I had to get an MRI, and and I heard them over the speaker say, "Oh, her veins are too small." And I felt that anxiety come over me, and I began to have a panic attack. I literally tried to climb off the bed. I was trying, for some reason, I was just trying to get off the bed. And it was in bed. One of his co-workers was there. One of my friends was there. He didn't know what was wrong with me. I was having a panic attack. Panicking, anxiety. Something happened to me as a young woman. I made the wrong decision about something, and it got thrown in my face really bad. And I was really attached to the situation, and it hurt me so bad that it didn't work out for me. It hurt me so bad. I'm sitting in Sunday school and had a panic attack. The ministers had to walk me out the door. So these things are triggered by trauma, and I didn't know how to deal with it. But guess what? I went to these last couple of minutes. I went no panic attack. No panic attack. No feeling like I'm on a roller coaster and can't get off. The first time I had to go to the hospital without my ex-husband, I cried because I felt alone. We don't talk about those type of things, but it happens. I asked God for strength, and He has given it to me. A lot of things can be helped and healed through the power of prayer and through your relationship with God. You wonder why things ain't going right in your life? It's because you ain't got a real, true relationship with God. And I ain't talking about that, oh, God love my heart, and He know, yeah, I love God, but you don't show Him with your life. You don't go to church. You don't read your word. You ain't praying with Him. You ain't got baptized in His name. You ain't filled with the Holy Spirit. I'm telling you, real on real. This is what has helped me get through some of the stuff that I've gotten through, is my relationship with God. He said, I'm not going to let you be consumed. When my daddy died, I was 13 years old. Talking about making bad decisions with men, it's because I had my father in my life. When my father died, I was sitting in the hospital in the family room, and the Lord took me to the I was a kid. He took me to the portion of the scripture saying, it's a time and season for everything. And I read what it says, a time to die. I said, oh my God. I had to be about 12 years old. Then the Lord said, I'm going to be your daddy. Now I'm going to be your God. I'm going to be your daddy too. And my God has been my father ever since. He's been my father ever since. Can you imagine living life, a young girl with no daddy to protect you, no man nowhere around you to protect you? Making bad decision after bad. So I had an issue with men. I thought that I was supposed to be this way so men could be in my life, so I can have some male to be there with me because my daddy wasn't there. So I made a lot of wrong decisions in my life, which led me to think my life I ain't gonna never have nobody in my life that really love me for real. Half my life was made with bad decisions until the Lord turned that thing around. Do you understand what I'm saying? God could turn that thing around. You got to lean and depend on the Lord. It's got to be you and God. I'm going to tell you, God will strip some things away from your life. He'll strip some things away from your life to where it's just you, so you can understand and know that at the end of the day, all you truly need is God. I know what I'm talking about. So stop waiting on someone to validate you or come and rescue you or whatever. God, and if you waiting on a husband, trust and believe there's somebody for you. God gonna send you that. But you're gonna have to be a strong individual, know who you are before he get there. If my husband bet on me today, if he decide he don't want to be in a relationship with me today, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be hurt, but I'm gonna be okay. We got to be built like that. It is unfortunate. There was a time There was a time when we could look to our spouses as this and that and this and that, but times have changed. There are some good men who walk in that dominant era. They do. You know what I'm saying? They do. But society is so weird right now. I'm more concerned about, are you okay? Is your mental okay as a woman? Are you okay? Don't allow people to dump toxicity in your life and you just keep carrying it on and trucking it along. So and so did this to you. You let them dump their bag on you, put their bag on your back. You go through life a little bit more. Your kids done did this to you. You let them throw their trash on you and you just keep on walking along. You know what I'm saying? People, do you miss out on this opportunity? You allow that trash, just that toxicity trash is built, and you walking around with the bags and bags of trash. And there's a stink on your life that you can't seem to get off. And you think that's just how you're supposed to be because what happened to you? No, that is absolutely not true. You could take that trash and burn it. You don't have to be that way. You don't have to be sad 80% of your day. You don't have to fake it and pretend it like you're okay. You could just actually be okay. Because again, you cannot change the past. You can't change what happened to you, but you can change what's going to happen to you and how you move forward. You can change that. Start making proper decisions, appropriate decisions for you. Stop making decisions with your emotions. I'm telling the truth. A lot of people don't want to hear this, but I'm telling the truth. Support the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this to your sister who you know is going through. This is going to help them tremendously. Mental wellness. Are we okay? Are you okay? The whole point that you think you're supposed to be going at it with your sister and brother all the time, or another woman all the time, is asinine to me. Why are you giving them this energy? Women fighting each other like crazy, especially on this app. You going at it with these women back and forth. It's a bunch of women fighting each other. For what? Your whole day consists on what my show gonna be like because I'm in this beef with another woman. I wouldn't dare carry a beef from last year to this year. For what? That's beneath me. That's the trick of the enemy. That is what other people in society look at black women as, just raging, bitter old black women or young women, whatever it is. Ask yourself, why are you going back and forth with somebody? If that ain't you, how they describe you or what they said about you ain't true, it does not deserve a reply. Now, you can advocate for yourself, but to go back and forth, no. You're better than that. And it lets me know what they're saying is affecting you, and you ain't let it go. As grown women, y'all excuse me if my voice is getting raspy, it's my sinuses, y'all. But I feel so passionate about this topic tonight. A lot of women, we get offended by what other women say about us, and we carry that weight. We have low self-esteem. We're socially awkward because somebody done talked about us. We have to let that go and understand who you are. You got to go back to just loving yourself. A lot of women don't love themselves. You don't love yourself. And that's why you let people treat you any old kind of way. You think you deserve that type of treatment. You don't love yourself. I'm not putting up with not an ounce of disrespect. Not 1 millimeter of disrespect. I'm not doing it at all. Stop letting people in your life run over you. Stop letting your kids run over you. Stop letting your husband run over you. Advocate for yourself. Pull yourself together. Come out of that moo-moo. Come out of that doggone, what do you call that thing on your head? What's the name of that thing that's on your head? What's that thing that's on your bonnet? Come out of that bonnet. Get your hair done. Go paint your nails if you can't afford to get it done every week. I was loving me getting my nails done, but honey, since I ain't been working, the nails is off. But I'm gonna put some polish on the mugs. You understand what I'm saying? Do something nice for yourself. Pull yourself together and go to loving yourself. Cause you only got one life to live. What you gonna do? Live the rest of your life in the dumps? Don't nobody want to be around that. The reason why your husband ain't feeling you because you ain't feeling you. The reason why he ain't pat you on the butt in a while because you walking around looking like trash. Did I say that? I said it because somebody need to hear it. He said you not loving yourself, and it's disappointing to him. And vice versa. The reason why your wife ain't dressed up for you because you walking around and you ain't taking care of yourself. You depressed. You sit in one spot all day complaining. Ain't nothing worse than a depressed man. I'm telling the truth. This is the year of manifestation, and I'm done. This is the year of manifestation. This is a year where you roll up your sleeves and do some hard work and some self-care about yourself, and you go and conquer your dreams, your goals. This is the year to do it. Okay? We can't be playing around. You understand what I'm saying? This is the year to do it, okay? And I ain't doing nothing but trying to boost you and encourage you. Are you okay? Check in with me. If you're not, you feel free to always reach out. My email is CLAYLING, the number 27 at gmail.com. We can converse. I am a listening ear for you. We can talk. Because I want our sisters and our brothers, I want y'all to be okay this year. I really do. I want you to be okay. And the pathway to have mental stability is with the Lord, with salvation, according to Acts 2:38. Acts, ACTS 2:38. Go pick your Bible up. That's the only way. You hear me? All right. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. To the fact that my throat is burning. But I had to get that, I had to get it off, and I gotta get myself together because I gotta preach tomorrow. So y'all know I gotta shut up so I can preserve the little voice that I do have. I gotta get myself together because I gotta make sure I have a word for the people. Um, but I had to come on here because I felt the need to talk about this and be vulnerable with you guys and just show y'all some love. All right. Um, Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you for being so supportive. This is been so good. This show was so good. I hate to walk away, but I gotta do some things. I gotta do my hair and all this stuff tonight. Do something nice for somebody if it ain't nothing but open up a car door for somebody. If it ain't nothing but say a silent prayer for somebody. If it ain't nothing but be a listening ear for somebody. Hey, or be a monetary blessing to somebody. Y'all know we getting into the New Year's. There may be a family next to you that's in need. Do something nice because it's gonna come back to you twofold, tenfold, a hundredfold. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna reap what you sow. This is your Queen Clay Lee saying, "Be great." Bye bye.